Hi traders, welcome back to the channel with me, Fawad Razaqzada, StoneX Market Analyst. Will we see new all-time highs for the Nasdaq 100 as the big tech earnings kick off this week? Well, that's the big question markets are asking right now after a shaky few weeks filled with global headlines and trade tensions. Stocks are starting to bounce back now. All eyes are turning to the biggest names in the tech sector with key earnings coming up. The recovery comes after a period of volatility, mostly caused by global tensions and renewed trade threats by Donald Trump. But despite all the noise, investors still seem confident. Risk appetite remains high, and many traders believe the US economy is strong enough to handle these challenges. That partly explains why markets are still trading close to record levels, even though valuations look quite stretched. This week is especially important because we have around 1/5 of the S&P 500 reporting their earnings. And even more crucially, 4 of the so-called Magnificent 7 are in focus. We'll hear from Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Tesla. These results will give us important clues about two things. Firstly, how strong consumer demand really is. And second, whether AI investment is actually paying off. If these companies deliver solid results, then the Nasdaq 100 could easily push higher and hit new record levels. However, global risks haven't gone away. Over the weekend, for example, Donald Trump warned about a possible 100% tariff on Canada if they moved ahead with trade deals with China. Even so, markets have stayed surprisingly resilient, as you can see from the Nasdaq 100 chart. We saw a strong bounce on Monday with the index printing a bullish engulfing candle on the daily chart. That's a classic sign that the buyers are stepping back in. The index also managed to break above a key resistance level at around 25,800, if only briefly. So the question now is, can the Nasdaq hold above 25,800 and head back to its all-time high? That high sits near 26,250-ish, which was last reached in October of last year. If tech earnings come in strong and there are no major negative surprises, then that level could easily be tested very soon, paving the way for fresh record highs. Below 25,800, the next support and the first line of defense really for the bulls is to watch is around 25,700. Below that, 25,300 is the next major support zone, marking the origin point of this week's kickback rally. As long as the Nasdaq holds above these levels, the trend still looks quite healthy to me. However, if we break below 25,300, especially after weak tech earnings, then that could trigger a short-term correction of some sort. So, in summary then, the Nasdaq is looking quite strong heading into the big tech earnings, and we could well be seeing new record levels, barring any major disappointment from the tech earning results. This week could therefore set the tone for the next major move in US equities. If you found this useful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one. Take care.